Okay, so I'm on my third day of water fasting, and I'm starting to understand that, damn, we don't actually need food the way we think we need food. Just have developed this relationship with food that has become of a gluttonous nature that has really become a reliance, meaning that we're actually literally fucking abusing food to actually deal with our own feelings and stuff like that. It's really leisure. It's really like a pleasurable activity. And yeah, sure, why not? Eating is a very gratifying, very pleasurable activity. Especially if you're a Taurus and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Taurus is really really look at things from that point of view of like the hormonal systems and having values that are like stable and stuff like that, and keeping that to themselves, and just it plays out through like external physical things and stuff like that. Versus Libra, they externalize that through the manners of communication. So that comes off as politeness, being nice, being considerate, shit like that, or trying to like create balance, of values and shit like that, But it really is when you really recalibrate your relationship with food. And when I say recalibrating your relationship with food, I'm really talking about recalibrating your gut, recalibrating the size of your stomach, just based off understanding that there's certain things that you don't really have an extreme need for, because literally a lot of the human growth hormone and a lot of the things that actually sustain you for longevity are actually activated via fasting, because your body starts to find alternative routes, ways to conserve energy and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, by actually consuming food in a gluttonous manner, we're actually not using energy efficiently. We're actually burdening our body. It's kind of like, because look, the human vessel is very, it's very plastic, it's very malleable, it's very shapeable and formable, meaning that if you choose to eat a lot, you're going to develop a bigger stomach and you're going to develop a lot of weight. Same thing with when you fast. When you fast, you're going to lessen the weight by lessening the consumption, and you're going to modify your body by losing weight. You're going to modify your body by making your stomach smaller and things like that. So these things that we practice, these things that we build a relationship to, whatever it is that we build a relationship to, whether it's a spirit, whether it's a form of energy, because food is basically like you're dealing with like spirits too. That's why in world theology, people come to conclusions. Different esoteric individuals that are observing the hidden universal laws come to the conclusion that we are actually absorbing we're using vices and virtues. Vices being demons, things that can go out of control, things that can be chaotic, or virtues, angels, things that guide us out of those vices and stuff like that. Basically, the opposing axes of that particular energy point. So, when we talk about being peaceful, the opposite of being not peaceful is being angry, because the waters are not settled and stuff like that. The opposite of being creative is just being repetitive and stuff like that. So, like I said, all these things have opposing ideas, right? Because the principle of balance here comes in on the universal scales to create this circle of life that we are living in, as far as these geographical locations, the earthly plane that we're on, and stuff like that. It's crazy how I'm supposed to be talking about fasting, and then I went to go into all that, because the point is, it's all really connected. That's why all these things are important. This is why spirituality is important, right? Because the world tries to get us lost in like materialism, which gets to the topic again. Food is like materialism and stuff like that, right? And certain things that we should not be attached to, because you understand that these things come and go. Like when you have winter, for example, it doesn't allow the necessary or sufficient environment for food to grow. So you have to let go of it at a certain time. Certain appetites, you can develop those appetites at certain times. There's nothing wrong with going in and out of it, but at the same time though, these are just things that are sustaining us and keeping us going on this journey that we're on. But if we abuse these things that we are using as a vehicle, as an expression of the soul, if we abuse these things, then we're consuming our vices. And when we get into our vices, it becomes like comfort zones, things that we are familiar with that we don't really grow out of, based on just it being a familiar pattern and stuff like that. That you can develop mental familiar patterns just by observing your environment of your parents and stuff like that, or just because you pick up on these things. That's what it's called, exposure therapy. Whatever energy you're exposed to, you're going to be embedded with that. And it's not just that as well. A lot of the times, when you understand that you're a spirit and you are actually resonating with another group of spirits with agreeable thoughts and feelings, you start to understand that, oh shit, everything from your parents, everything from all that, it's like you literally chose that. Like your health problems, you literally chose that, but it's because like of our lack of ability to unwire ourselves. So we're becoming basically spiritually debilitated, being spiritually devolved. And there's nothing wrong with that, because like even like the act of fasting might give you the illusion that you're debilitated and devolved, but it's a good type of degeneration. Now I'm saying? So we have to direct this ability of degeneration and regeneration. You don't have to. Shit, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. But again, we always reap what we sow, right? So there's nothing wrong with eating a box of donuts tomorrow. Shit, go out, man, get your a box of cream donuts, knock the motherfuckers out. It don't matter. It's just the ability to be able to really tap it into your body and actually understanding what are your needs and wants and what are your vices, what are your virtues, and what are things that you can do to elevate your current circumstance and stuff like that. Because there's way more better things to be focused on than thinking about a Popeye's chicken. It's like, nigga, you so stupid. A Popeye's chicken shop managed to capture your imagination, and that's all you're thinking about. To the point that black people, niggas are known for loving chicken and shit like that. But there's nothing wrong with that, but it became like, it just became a sensation in your mind. Like, I'd like to think that, God should be the sensation of your mind, reaching the next level should be the sensation of your mind. But nigga, you thinking about a fucking Chick-fil-A? Bro, you thinking about a fucking Popeye's sandwich? Oh shit. So you went to you walked by the subway and you couldn't resist the thought of that imagination of the golem of the subway. Because they shape it and form it and they give it all these colors, they build it in a particular way to appeal to your senses and your imagination. So it really is a sigil. It really is a cymatic. It's like they're really shooting a light at you, and when you eat their food, it's like it's damn near game over. Because it's like, but that's the point. We're talking about people that get too attached and people that know how to detach and attach. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be, like I said, you should be using this world, not this world using you, not non-benevolent spirits that are not trying to bring your highest possible good, which is basically an agreeable network of thought and feeling that renders specific behaviors that may be non-benevolent to building a constructive life from a logical, linear thinking perspective and stuff like that. So we just gotta really start to understand that, goddamn, you know what? Maybe doing what the world tells me to do, eating breakfast, having lunch, and having dinner, maybe that's not the best thing to even do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you gotta create your own schedule and shit like that. So ideally, if you look at it from a biological perspective, not even from a biological perspective, but it's better to just continue fasting in the morning instead of breaking your fast and actually just letting your body continue to fast so you can actually have more time for cleaning up. Since if you're not even planning on fasting and stuff like that, right? You can just give your body the time it needs to clean up, and it'll actually play out in the long term as additional health that you have. And that's when you get into compounding, your actions, compounding your thought process and stuff like that, right? Because it's just what we're accumulating, because as spirits, whatever we're observing for long extended periods of times is what we're accumulating and building attachments to and stuff like that. And a lot of the times what spirit can't, for the most part, do is go through the detachment process. Because detachment from these agreeable group of spirits that make a network in your mind that become behaviors that become a land inside of you that thoughts and feelings, Adams and Eve's positive and negative energies are able to incarnate through so they can have that experience. So you become because we're all basically gates. We're all gates for spirits. Your mind and body, everything about you, you are a spiritual gate, and you are beaming out a light and an energy and stuff like that. So the more you're aware of what's going on in the realm behind the realm, the more you start to be able to perform what appears to be miracles or seemingly impossible things or miraculous, mysterious things, because now you understand what the law actually is. So, yeah, fuck humanity, fuck being human. It's all about just ascending divinity. And all that is just about understanding your own attributes and characteristics and how you go about doing things and stuff like that. And when you get into that, that's your own energy map, and that's how you reveal, transform, implement new protocols, new sequences of thought and feeling, new, whatever you want to call it, thought processes, agreeable spirits, spirits that you agree with, that you get a contract with, because we're all signing terms and conditions, so we all better be careful what terms and conditions we even sign and stuff like that. We might as well, because you got the power, the ball's in your court, not their court. But yeah, fuck humanity, fuck humanity's practices, from religion, education, all those shit, extreme failures. Look at the people that we have in society. We got a bunch of debilitated ass motherfuckers. We got a bunch of people pretending like they dogs. We got a bunch of people pretending like they cats. You got a bunch of people pretending like they things. Like, last time I checked, when you move forward in a spiritual evolution, you're supposed to, the creature is supposed to try to mimic your behaviors, not you trying to mimic the creature of lesser intelligence behaviors. No, you're supposed to observe it and understand it. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be like it. Like, that don't even make no sense in any existence. That alone is retarded to a group of intelligent spirits. But yeah, peace out. Fuck humanity's practices. Fuck humanity's religion. Fuck humanity. Listen, if there's any point you understood from this video, just take this. Fuck humanity's practices, because it ain't shit. There's a reason why niggas got, a Bible in jail. Oh, really? Really? So you think the Freemasons want to give you a free ticket card? They understand fucking predictive programming. They fucking understand programming your mind to look for hope outside of you. They understand all types of shit. The thing is, we don't even use this shit right. People don't even use the Bible right. People don't use the Quran right. It's like, you might as well not even have any organs. Like, the fuck? Is it be a battery or be your own battery? Real shit.